Before arriving in Boston, Chuck Cooper was a star at Duquesne University, eventually becoming the second black consistent All-American in the NCAA basketball history. Despite those achievements, it wasn't enough to shield him from racism. One game in 1947 stands out when Duquesne was supposed to be tipping off against University of Tennessee.
This is in McKeesport, PA, pretty big arena. And Tennessee won't take the court once they see this guy, Chuck Cooper, a black guy, suited up as the center for Duquesne. And Chuck says to his teammates, I'm not going to be disappointed if you go ahead and play. I'm not going to be upset. But the coach, Chick Davies, and the players said, no way. And they got in the bus and came back to Duquesne. They never played that game.
There's a clip in the paper, and they talk about, game was canceled due to the Negro issue. There's a picture of my father, and you could really see the pain that he went through. It was just so important for Duquesne to make that stance. To get that kind of support from his teammates, I know meant the world to him. And if that wouldn't have happened, I don't know if my father continues to play the game and makes it to the NBA.
Like his fellow pioneers Chuck Cooper and Sweetwater Clifton, Earl Lloyd didn't have it easy. He was often refused service in restaurants and even was spit on by a fan in Indiana.
My first game with the Washington Capitals, my mother and father had to see that baby child play. Two guys sitting right behind my mother and father. Very loudly, one of them said, do you think that they can play in the basketball? But my mother, she was right in his face, and she told him, trust me, the nigga can play.
While the road Earl Lloyd paved was often difficult, he always said he didn't encounter racial animosity from opposing players or teammates. In fact, many of his teammates went out of their way to offer support.
We went to the Van Ormond Hotel in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We went in, they allowed me to sleep upstairs, but I couldn't eat downstairs. Horace Bones McKinney, he knocked on the door. I opened the door and he said, look, he said, you're not gonna eat by yourself today. And I appreciate folks even more when they step up, when it's not convenient to step up.
His childhood growing up in the Jim Crow South, his education at an HBCU, all had a profound effect and gave him the character and dignity that helped him succeed.
They call you everything but the child of God, but my early teachings don't dignify it. Because you've been mistreated, you can't fold your tent up and quit. That's the easy way out of it.
Coach Joe Lapchick of the New York Knicks.
My dad had the courage in 1950 to sign the first black player, Sweetwater Clifton. My dad had seen him play. He had seen his demeanor. He realized that his attitude was going to be the perfect one to be able to tolerate the abuse he was going to be able to take. He heard racial epithets being hurled in arenas around the country. If you're a black person and you hear the N-word, it's a chilling moment.
That was a struggle for both of them to overcome. Lapchick got a lot of backlash for encouraging him and trying to get him into the NBA.
My earliest memory, literally as a child, was as a 5-year-old boy looking outside my bedroom window, seeing my father's image swinging from a tree across the street.
And then my father said that he got a lot of threats. They had told him not to play. That was the bond that they shared.
Joe treated me real well. I never had any problem with Lapchick. He was always a gentleman.
He was a great player. My dad wanted to win, and having Clifton on the team helped him do that.
Mike and his guardian, but Sweets gets past him for a marvelous underhand shot.
51, 52, and 53, they went to the NBA Finals.
Joe had like the give and go, and he liked fast break, and like that. So that's the kind of game we played.
He was a great rebounder. He could score.
Sweetwater Clifton puts up a set shot that ripples the court.
But his rebounding and defense, I think, was the key to strengthening the team.
Some fellows are really slick, like Clifton of New York.
I never felt that I was a black guy playing on the white team. I played with them, and they played with me.